Do you find yourself thinking that commitment means giving up your personal freedom? Are you worried that being in a relationship means losing your individuality? How do you balance the need for security and commitment within your desire for freedom and independence? If these questions resonate with you, this episode is for you.
Welcome to Create Your Happy. Happiness Hussy Christy Holt here, ready for some real talk about creating healthy, loving relationships that make you truly fucking happy. Let's dive in.
Hello there, gorgeous human. Welcome back to the Create Your Happy podcast, your go-to space for creating conscious relationships with yourself and others. I'm Christy, your happiness hussy, here to guide you on this messy fucking beautiful adventure called life. Today, we're going to be exploring a common paradox in relationships, and this is the idea that commitment means sacrificing your freedom. We'll explore how these potentially conflicting needs, commitment for security and freedom for individuality, can actually coexist and how you can bridge the gap between them. Okay, so I was watching Love is Blind, and they were at the point where they were doing the bachelorette parties, and it really got me thinking, is marriage really the end of freedom? Now, the old ball and chain trope has been around for a long time, and it really truly paints commitment as a form of entrapment, a loss of freedom and independence. It's a common narrative that marriage is the end of your carefree days, the final nail in your coffin of your personal autonomy, if you will. But is that really the case? Or is it simply a story we've been told? Now, historically, the idea that marriage might equate to ownership and entrapment isn't unfounded, because women were literally considered the property of men until, honestly, not that long ago. For example, here in Canada where I live, married women didn't gain the right to own their own property separately from their husbands until the late 1800s. And as well, women couldn't open their own bank accounts or get a credit card here without a male cosigner until the 1960s and 70s. Now, these historical situations have undoubtedly influenced the belief that marriage can equate to becoming the property of a man. Not exactly a sovereign situation. And hey, if you caught episode 25 about the attachment styles, you already know that secure attachment isn't about clinging. It's about having the confidence to both connect and spread your wings. And science actually backs this up, my friend. Research shows that people who are in secure relationships are more likely to pursue their dreams, take those career risks, or even launch their own business. Why? Because having someone in your corner actually makes you more brave. Now, most people, both men and women, fear that committing to a relationship might mean losing their freedom. And for women, this fear might stem from this historical sense of ownership and dependence. And for men, it might be a little bit more about the perception of being tied down to monogamy, fearing the loss of sexual freedom. But here's the truth. A healthy relationship doesn't take away your freedom, it enhances it. It's not about losing yourself. It's actually about finding new ways to grow, both as an individual and as a couple. Now, let's take a quick worldview pause here, because I did a little bit of research, and you know what's really fascinating? In many cultures, commitment isn't seen as a cage or a trap at all. My research showed me that in Japanese culture, for example, the concept of amae describes the sweetness of depending on each other. And in the African Ubuntu philosophy, they believe, I am what I am because of who we all are. Now, these cultures are highlighting the idea that interdependence can actually be a source of strength and personal growth. Mind-blowing, right? So what if instead of seeing marriage or commitment as the end of your freedom, you saw it as a beginning of a new kind of liberty? Because a healthy relationship is one where you are free to be your authentic self, supported by a partner who chooses you just as you chose them. And it's about shifting your perspective from individual pursuits to collective growth, where your freedom and your partner's freedom can coexist and complement each other. It's not about giving up. We talked about sacrifice in an earlier episode as well, but it's about coming together. In a strong partnership, individual expression is not just allowed, it's encouraged. Having your own hobbies, interests, and time apart from each other is necessary for healthy relationships. It's not about being joined at the hip 24/7. It's about maintaining your individuality while growing together as a unit. Because when you're both fulfilled individually, You'll bring that joy back into the relationship, creating a richer, more dynamic partnership. And one of the main freedoms that you gain in a committed relationship is emotional support. This freedom actually allows you to grow not just as an individual, but as part of a team. And when you have someone in your corner, as I said earlier, you are more free to take risks, pursue your passions, explore new avenues, because you know you have someone to catch you if you should fall. Hello, power couple. Now let's talk a couple of real life examples of freedom in commitment. One example is a partner who actually handles more of the household tasks during your final book editing phase so that you can focus finishing this book and working on your dreams. Thanks, babe. That one's me. But perhaps you also would consider a beautiful moment where your solo meditation or yoga practice organically becomes a shared weekly ritual. Or my favorite, those couples master the art of parallel play, scheduling dedicated time to do their own thing in the same space, proving that you can be alone together. And can we talk about how fucking amazing it is that we can redefine our relationships for our modern lives? Some couples are absolutely rocking the digital nomad life together, goals, and others are choosing living apart together. Yes, that's actually a thing. And some are creating totally unique setups that work perfectly for them. The point is, commitment in 2024 is not just a one-size-fits-all. And let's be real, because not everyone actually wants what marriage or commitment entails, and that's absolutely okay too. The key is being honest with yourself about what it is you truly desire. Because if the idea of commitment makes you feel trapped, it's worth exploring whether that's a belief based on fear or your genuine preference. Either way, understanding yourself better will help you to make better choices so that you can align your life with your true desires. What we believe about marriage or commitment may not always be true. So if you're feeling apprehensive, ask yourself where these beliefs come from. Are they yours? Or are they inherited perhaps from societal norms, past experiences, or just simply general fear? Now, by challenging these misconceptions, you open the door to creating a relationship that truly honors both your need for freedom and your desire for connection. And you might be asking, can I still have my own life in a committed relationship? Or what if I lose myself in the process? Now, these are valid concerns, but remember, a healthy relationship allows for both individual expression and collective growth. It does not have to be the way that you fear. Let's tackle the elephant in the room, which is money and freedom. Because you might worry that sharing finances might feel like losing control, but here is the truth. Clear financial boundaries and open communication in a relationship when it comes to money can actually give you more security to pursue your dreams. And yes, of course, you can absolutely keep separate accounts if that feels right for you. Another burning question that I often get is, what about my friendships? Now, your friendships outside your partnership do matter. They are super important. And having a rich social life makes you a more interesting human. So schedule those friend dates, keep your book club commitments, and maintain those external connections. Here's a practical action step for you. Take some time to reflect on what freedom means to you, both as an individual and when you're in a relationship. Write down your thoughts and then have a conversation with your partner, if you have one, about how you might both honor each other's needs for independence while growing together. Remember, it's not about giving up your freedom, it's about finding new ways to express that freedom within your relationship. If you're ready to dive deeper into understanding how to create a relationship where love and freedom coexist beautifully, check out my online course, Love Reimagined. This self-led video course is all about helping you to reframe love as an inside job. Because when you get your relationship with yourself right, it sets the foundation for the healthy, loving relationships that you desire and you deserve. And in the course, we explore communication, intimacy, and self-awareness so that you can really get the clarity that you need to create that life and love that you truly want. And also, a super important announcement, my book, Love Unstuck, is launching very soon, November 18th. It is packed with tools and insights to help you navigate love and relationships with confidence and clarity. Make sure that you're on the wait list. I'll link it below so you don't miss out on the special launch day offer. And as we wrap up, remember that a healthy, committed relationship can enhance your freedom, not diminish it. By challenging any old narratives and embracing a new perspective, you just might open the door to a partnership that supports your individuality just as much as it fosters your collective growth. It's not about losing yourself, it's about creating a new kind of freedom within your relationship. So let's keep embracing this messy, fucking beautiful adventure that is life and love together. I love you. Now let's go do some epic shit, shall we?
Thanks for listening. Sharing what I know about creating healthy, happy relationships means the world to me. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, comment, leave a review, and share it with a friend. For additional links and resources and ways to connect, please check the show notes. Now get out there, have fun, be you, and create your happy.